Lauren from visual merchandising here at Hallmark, and she's going to show us how to make these amazing citronella torches out of recycled bottles. Okay, so Lauren, today you've got a whole collection of tequila bottles. Tell us about how you choose a bottle for this project.
Well, for me, it's quite easy because I love tequila. So I tend to have a lot of empty tequila bottles around the house. But you can use whatever you want. If you're a bourbon drinker, if you're a scotch drinker, whatever.
I'm a wine drinker.
Yep.
Wine bottles.
Wine bottles I may be a little careful with, just because they're tall and they could tip over a little bit easier. I like something a little bit
lower center of gravity here,
squatty,
a little more sturdy.
Yep.
Okay, great. So let's get started. So we've got our bottles.
And then what you need is a little.
We've been debating on what to call these things. It's a metal
they're called
thing.
Fittings is
Okay.
I think the technical name. So you go to your local hardware store and you ask the gentleman where the fittings are.
You bring your bottle with you.
And I totally bring my bottle. Always have
Okay.
them in my pocket.
You bring your bottle with you.
Not always, but I do for this.
Okay.
And I take them in, and then I just go to their fitting department and I start putting them in. And
Can you guys see like what this looks like? They look like huge giant screws to me, and there's like some copper fittings as well.
But the difference is it has a small part and then a wider part at top. So that's so it doesn't fall into the bottle.
Okay.
All right, like this one. Too big, we won't use that one. So
Would this work?
perfect, right?
Okay.
That's very perfect. And this one is perfect for that. So any fitting will do. It doesn't, there's no special kind. We even have these little guys for the baby bottle. How
Okay.
cute is that, right?
Okay.
All right, so once you have your fitting, then you need a wick, and the wicks come packaged just like this, or there's several different kinds. You can get them at a local hardware store, or you can get them at online, really anywhere you want. And they're a replacement for the regular tiki torches. So
You've got to cut your wick or
Yep.
make it fit.
yeah, so you want to make sure you measure it because you don't want it too long. If you have too much showing, then you're going to have a big old
flame.
torchy flame, which we do not want. We want a little guy. So we're just going to kind of eyeball it and cut it.
Like how far do you want it above the fitting? Just a little tiny bit.
Baby, like a 1/4 inch, I say.
Scientific measuring.
Yeah. Once you do that, you're going to fold it over a little bit just to make it fit, and it's better if it goes in the wider part first. A little bit easier. And then you
Yeah.
just push them in, about like that far. Not even, right?
It's got to go like that.
Yeah. And that's
Okay.
good. And then you just set it in your bottles. And
What the heck? I didn't even come close.
it's an art.
Wait a minute.
We'll just keep chopping.
How did I get that far off?
Because the bottom of the bottle has a little bit of a bump in it.
Okay.
Whoops.
Do over.
Do over. There. Perfect, right?
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Just, this is your basic hardware citronella. You can buy any kind you want. I prefer a clean burn just because I don't like all that big
And it
black
says
heavy
clean
smoke.
burn on this bottle here.
It really does. Clean burn, plant-based. So
Okay.
then you're just going to take your little guy out, put your deal, and you don't need to fill it all the way. And also, if you don't want to fill it all the way, if you don't want to use that much fuel, you can put marbles or
Something else
rocks in there, something that's not
to boost it up.
Yeah.
And you just need enough in there to draw up into the wick.
Yeah.
Okay. Does this smell?
Not bad because it's clean.
It smells better than tequila.
Wow.
I
To
don't
each
like
their
tequila.
own. To each their own.
Lauren just likes tequila because it's low carb.
That too. It's delicious. All right, so then you just set it in here. Done.
And do you need to let these sit for a second?
Yeah, it takes a little bit for it to draw, but I mean, geez, it took no time at all to do. So how amazing is that?
Okay, so we've got some already made up. Bring these over here.
Let's light them. All right, look at this little guy. How cute is
Little
he?
tiny
a little
little-
tester. Well, I don't know if it's a tester, but single serving maybe.
That's like automatic portion control. Just have just one.
Yeah, we don't like those.
Lauren, thank you so much for coming by and showing us how to make these amazing citronella torches out of old bottles. I love the idea that they've got a secondary life again. If you like this idea, please like, share, and subscribe, and check us out next week.
That looks good.
I can actually see the lemon rind inside the frosting
Yes,
a little
so
bit.
it
Looks like
does.
the
It
lemon.
has zest, lemon zest, and juice in it.
Oh, I'm just putting it on really
You're
thick.
being very
Lauren from visual merchandising here at Hallmark, and she's going to show us how to make these amazing citronella torches out of recycled bottles. Okay, so Lauren, today you've got a whole collection of tequila bottles. Tell us about how you choose a bottle for this project.
Well, for me, it's quite easy because I love tequila. So I tend to have a lot of empty tequila bottles around the house.